In our news headlines today, we will be looking at the progress that is being made by the 5-year-old child who was hospitalized in New York after being bitten by some dangerous animals in Jamaica. Later, we will look at the $800,000 bail that has been issued for the soldiers who were found in possession of some serious substances in St. Elizabeth. And next, we will look at the tussle on the crime matter in Jamaica between the opposition and the Minister of Security. First news story, we will be looking at 5-year-old Mikhail, who was bitten by some dangerous animals on November 15th. Reports coming from New York are that this boy is responding well to hospital treatment. It has been a long journey for this child back to normalcy, and this picked up pace following the start of surgical procedures in New York. It is understood that Mikhail, who was badly bitten by these animals as he ventured to a shop in his Senan community of St. Dacres on November 15th, has arrived out of another phase. And this is the first of several phases, a point which made his pediatric cosmetic surgeons extremely happy. They have managed to carry out some work in regards to plastic and reconstructive surgery. Surgical team in New York is extremely pleased with the progress that has been made, and they believe that this lays the foundation for a possible full recovery for the child. Based on information coming in, the situation surrounding this child is extremely severe, and the healing process will be very long. He's been taken care of at the plastic surgery unit of the Montefiore Children's Hospital. The staff at the hospital has a reputation for doing high-quality work and taking care of all their patients in an atmosphere of respect. There is no doubt that the best efforts will be made to see that this child will be well again and that he will get back to school in the shortest possible time. His mother, Grinley, did not have a comment on the matter as she left for New York on Friday. She, however, expressed appreciation for the opportunity to have her son receive medical treatment in the United States. Mikhail was originally taken to Senans Bay General Hospital in his parish of residency, where the medical staff there were praised by family and friends for the wonderful job that they had done in the initial stages of his treatment, with some even suggesting that if it were not for the excellent work that was done by the medical team in Senan, the child may not have survived the initial stages. The team at the Accident and Emergency Unit in Senan seems to have gone above and beyond. Mikhail was later transferred to the Bustamante Hospital for Children, and after that, an overseas-based charity group and individuals got involved in the situation and raised approximately $120,000 for his medical treatment in the United States. All the necessary emergency travel decisions were made for him to be taken to the United States. 2 soldiers were charged in Jamaica in October 2020 with illegal possession of dangerous tools and accompanying accessories. They were also charged with the intent of using these dangerous tools against the police and their fellow colleagues. These men were additionally charged with the possession of and dealing in serious substances and taking steps to prepare to export these substances as well. Each of these men were offered bail in the amount of 800,000 Jamaican dollars when they appeared in the St. Elizabeth Parish Court yesterday. These 2 men, who have been identified as 38-year-old Smith and 39-year-old Mendez, are scheduled to reappear in court on January 12, 2021. According to Champagne, who represents one of the soldiers, his client and his fellow Soldiers were offered bail with the reporting conditions and stop orders imposed. They were arrested following a joint police-military operation in which the police mentioned that it resulted in $6 million worth of serious substances being seized on October 13th in Gutters, St. Elizabeth. Attorney Campbell is representing another of the soldiers. According to the police, approximately 9:30 p.m., a team comprising members of the Narcotics Division and the Westmoreland Division, assisted by members of the Jamaica Defense Force, attempted to intercept a minivan in the area. However, the occupants of the vehicle reportedly came out and utilized some dangerous weapons on the team. They later discarded the packages and fled. The vehicle was eventually intercepted and 2 men, who were later confirmed to be members of the Jamaica Defense Force, were arrested. The substance and the vehicle that the men were traveling in were seized, and later the vehicle was said to be the property of the Jamaica Defense Force. In our third news story, we will be looking at the government and the opposition as they go head-to-head to try to deal with the new surge in crime in Jamaica. With approximately 1,161 loss of lives reported by the police in Jamaica up to last Saturday, and at least 8 more on Sunday, the government and the opposition appear headed for another clash over measures to address the country's crime rate. Minister of National Security Dr. Horace Chang has condemned the 2 triple loss of lives in St. Ann and St. Catherine over the weekend, and has declared that he has given clear orders to the security forces that these savages must be hunted down relentlessly and brought to justice. According to Minister Chang, the security forces' strong response to these heartless and vicious incidents must not be a matter of debate. We will do what it takes to stop these dangerous persons from terrorizing our children and our senior citizens. Our law-abiding citizens will be protected. These dangerous persons will be removed from our society using all legal tools available to the police. Minister Chang further argued that the government remains resolute in giving support to the security forces in a challenge to bring justice to the perpetrators of violent incidents who seek to create mayhem and rain terror on communities. He further said that the government will not relent in its efforts to reduce crime in Jamaica, with these efforts including strengthening the intelligence capacity of the police force, allocating additional resources, and constantly reviewing legislative arrangements which are intended to assist crime-fighting efforts. Mr. has also said that he has had discussions with the leadership of the security forces about ways in which the government may increase support as they pursue vicious men, including those who are hired to take out persons. The minister's declarations were not enough for the opposition spokesman on national security, Fitz Jackson, who urged Chang to take the necessary action to stop the spike in these incidents and to prioritize the deteriorating crime and public security environment which has prevailed in Jamaica for several months. Jackson pointed to what he described as an escalation of these incidents over the weekend, which saw 2 triple incidents and more than 18 persons being taken out since Thursday. Despite the issue surrounding the crime total being 2% below the figure for the same period last year, Jackson has said that the security minister must respond with an effective policy initiative, which should include additional support for security personnel to combat this monstrous upsurge, which is of great concern to our citizens. The opposition spokesman Fitz Jackson has said that these incidents have continued to escalate since September, and there has not been any sufficient ministerial attention to the public safety nor national security. Notwithstanding the election result, the government should not fool itself into thinking that Jamaicans are satisfied with its performance in the area of national security in general. Jackson went on to state that Andrew Holness's administration has maintained a horrible record on crime and has said that up to the week after the election, 891 persons lost their lives, which was 4.4% less than the corresponding period in 2019. The current rate for 2020 will surpass 2019 if the minister and the government continue to pay little or no attention or to ignore the situation. This is what is coming from Jackson, the opposition spokesperson on security. He said that the citizens of Jamaica expect swift police action from the Holness administration. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Do you agree with Jackson? And are you happy about the progress that is being made by Mikhail? Thanks for watching. Goodbye.